Hello again, this is Blanca with Furniture with Imagination. And today we're going to be doing a little demonstration on how to use this wonderful product, which is Cerusing Wax. This product is a wonderful finish. It would actually enhance any piece of furniture or any paint that you put on a piece of furniture or, some decorative item. In order to do that, we're going to just have a close-up here, and I have prepared for you a certain pieces, and so I can actually show you how I use it and how you can take advantage of this wonderful product. Okay, so please don't forget to tag 3 friends. Today our giveaway is Cerusing Wax, and yeah, let me know from where you're watching. I always enjoy knowing from where you are, and ask any questions at the bottom. I also link the product to the video so you could actually order if you like to try it. These are the little pieces that I prepared for you so you can see how to use Cerusing Wax. The first one is, this is actually a little piece of wood, and I painted on 2 different colors. This is Scarlet Red, and this is, I think it's Venetian Brown. And this one is actually Good Man is Hard to Find, which is a beautiful grayish bluish. And this is a green, Donovan green. This is actually a raw piece of poplar. And I love it because it's kind of like a light wood, but at the same time, it has a lot of detail in it. This is poplar. And this is a piece of oak. And I love it because this one has a lot of tenons, and you can see the difference between a light wood and one that is more dark. And I actually prepared this piece with, I applied, this is Better with Age, and I put it straight. And as you can see, it's really dark, made it dark. You can actually dilute it so you can get a lighter kind of grayish finish. And this is actually just raw. I left it the way it is, okay? And this one, I actually painted with, I think this is French blue. And this is just raw. This is like a little raw, and it has some detail so you can see how to do with pieces that have a little bit of detail. So we're gonna actually take our little brush and saturate it and make sure that it has everywhere, and just start applying. We're gonna actually do this so it penetrates, and this wax actually goes a long way. It really does. And what I would do is that after you apply, you actually let it sit for about 10 minutes to really penetrate. If you, depending the shade that you want, if you want it more white, you would let it sit for 5-10 minutes. If you just want barely a little bit of like, just a little bit in the grain, a tiny bit, I would actually just wipe it off fast, okay? So I'm gonna let it sit in there. And for this one, what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna tape it on one side so you can see one side with wax and the other side without. So it's kind of like, I guess half is around that. So we're just going to apply it to one side, saturate your brush, and just go and brush it with the good grain. So once you have applied with the good grain, then you can just apply it against. Just do that. So it actually would penetrate really inside. And for this one, we're gonna just take it off now. So I use a shop towel, fold it, and don't press too much on it, okay? And I would just go like this. You see, you can take as much as you want. You can, if you want to actually take off a lot, then I would press really hard, but I'm not pressing hard because I don't want to take the whole thing off, okay? So there you go. And I would just leave it like that. The color is absolutely fantastic. It gives it that little fresh, kind of like farmhouse type of look. Let me just take it off here, the sides. Just make sure that, you know, you watch those sides, especially when you're doing a piece of furniture that is really off. Okay, good. So let's take it off so you can see the difference. Look how beautiful and subtle that color looks, and this is the color without the cerusing wax. So it's a type of finish that you could do definitely on a paint, just to make it a little bit more subtle and you know, kind of like more farmhouse cottage type of finish. Okay, so that's really nice. Now let's actually take this one and we're going to just wipe off the excess. Okay. Now we're not buffing, I'm just taking the excess off. So I really actually would like it a little bit more white. So I'm gonna reapply it. I'm actually gonna reapply it against the good grain now. So it really penetrates on that grain. You can do like motions like that too to make sure that it penetrates. And I'm gonna let it sit for another 10 minutes. Okay. So now we have, this is a raw piece of wood, and I'm also gonna tape it so you see the difference between the side that is going to be done with the cerusing wax and the side that is not. Okay, so process is the same. Just saturate your brush and start brushing it with the wood grain. Just work it inside. You can do these like circular motions with the grain, against the grain. So it really saturates, it penetrates inside, okay? And we're also gonna let it sit a little bit. Now, this is really beautiful. I don't know, but I really love the tone that Better with Age gives to oak. It's like really weathered, dark. I really love it, but for some people it's a little bit too dark and too much. So we can soften it a little bit with cerusing wax. So we're just gonna do the whole piece so you can see how it looks on a darker wood. This is actually oak, And this is the obviously treated with better with age. So we're just gonna do the whole thing and see how it looks and what you like and prefer the most. So saturate your brush and brush it with the wood grain. Make sure you cover everywhere. This one has a lot more grain, like you can see that it has grooves. It's not like the poplar. So you want to do the same against the wood grain now. And I don't know if you can see, but you can actually see the grain like really absorbing the wax. It's really beautiful. Okay. So we're also gonna let it sit for a little bit. And we're gonna do now this one. And I also like to tape it because I'm gonna do a side with and a side without. Hopefully that's gonna work. Okay. There you go. So we're gonna apply it here. Now, for this one, I'm gonna need a little bit of a smaller brush just to make sure that it actually gets into the little details. Okay, so I have a little artist brush here, and I really wanna actually penetrate inside those little grooves, because then you can see really the difference in shades. Okay, there it is. So I would actually let it dry for a little bit longer, you know, to really have that beautiful, gorgeous look. Okay, so we're gonna let it sit for a little bit. So we're gonna get back to this piece now, and we're gonna clean it. Oh yeah, I like how it's looking like now. Just let it sit until you achieve the effect you want. I really like it with that red. Okay, we're not buffing at this time. Now, after you have applied this wax, just let it sit for about 24 hours and then you can buff. The longer you wait, the better the buff. Okay, so you can see the difference between the part that is wax and the part that is not. We forgot this color too, and I'm just gonna do it quickly. And I'm just gonna do a quick application and just remove it immediately. So you can see circular motions. Put a little bit of pressure to make sure that it gets into that good grain. And then take it off. And look how beautiful that finish looks. It's absolutely gorgeous. The wax tends to just stay in the little grooves where the, you know, with the paint and the grain, and it looks absolutely fantastic for a piece of furniture to make it a little bit lighter, especially if you have white. It's gorgeous. Okay, you saw this one, the same effect, And we are going to just clean now our poplar. This is real good, and this is kind of like lighter good. So you can see the difference between this and this. This is really gorgeous to put on top of like a table. I actually made a whole dining table with poplar, and I put cerusing wax, and it was so fantastic. It was a total hit. So yeah, it just makes it like so much beautiful. It also made it a little bit darker. So it's really gorgeous. And now we're gonna do our oak with Better with Age. Oh my goodness, look at that good grain. It's so fantastic. Yeah, by far my favorite wood is oak for sure. I do a lot of oak pieces because I just love it. That wood grain traps the wax. There you go. If you want it natural. And this protects the wood. You can just like leave it raw and put cerusing wax. Wait 24 hours, 74 hours, and you can just buff it if you want a tiny little bit of a sheen. It's just not gonna be like too shiny. It's just gonna be a nice sheen. And this is with Better with Age, which is absolutely gorgeous if you wanna make like a more modern type of look. Look at that. It's absolutely gorgeous and fantastic. So very much recommend cerusing wax. Is something that I really use on my finishes, and they just bring it to the next level. They are absolutely fantastic. This one, I'm not gonna take it too much either. And let's see the difference. Okay, so while you're watching, ask me any questions and tell me which wood is your favorite for this. For me, definitely oak. Oak is fantastic. Okay, so I don't know if you can see much of the difference, and but yeah, definitely soften a lot. This one, it's like really, it's really looking, and it's really soft to the touch. It's really, really nice if you want to soften up a little bit the painting. Has still a little bit of excess here. But yeah, it looks really nice. You can reapply it and leave a little bit more on the carved areas to give it a little bit of a pop of color. And we didn't do one, which is this one. So let's just do it quickly and see what we get. I think darker colors are probably better. Okay. And we're gonna apply it and take it off rapidly. Oh, wow. This looks fantastic. You know, these are finishes that you can do. This definitely looks more farmhouse type, rustic. But you can always also, to make it nice, you can do little details with gold foil or silver foil. Anyways, I hope that you like the demonstration of how you can use actually the cerusing wax on raw wood with different kinds of paints. Definitely is something to try. It gives it an absolutely nice finish. to wood, very soft to the touch, and it protects the wood very much. Okay, so ask me any questions if you have any questions. Otherwise, I really hope that you enjoyed this demonstration, and I hope to see you for my next video. Thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of your day.